Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Morning DOOGER. I hope you enjoyed pre-show with a special guest artist and song track name. It's good. It's a good way to start the whole thing. The thingy that shows this thing that shows what I'm playing on Spotify. Every time I use it, I have to reconnect it to Spotify, and sometimes I forget. So when you forget, then it's not going to say shit, is it? Very glad the test was negative. Yeah. So we ended stream early on, was it yesterday? Yeah. It seemed to be working. At the very beginning, it wasn't. Those of you who were here when the stream first popped, because people were goofing about it in chat, so I know they saw it. Yeah. So yesterday we ended stream early, because everyone in Sam's family got a text, except for Sam and I, because we still don't have an official GP. But everybody in Sam's family got a text all at the same time that basically said, like, hey, if you have had a cough recently, even if you've gotten the vaccine, please do not get a lateral flow test, but please go get, like, the full-on, like, up-the-nose tonsil test, because this new strain is, like, a bit scary, and we want to make sure that we're tracking who has it and who doesn't. So since Sam and I have recently had a cough, we were like, okay, we did the lateral flow test, the, like, really quick one, but it's not as thorough as the other one. So we went in yesterday at like 5:00, and we both got our tests done and had emails first thing this morning that were like, you're both negative. Wonderful. And so far, everybody in Sam's family who got tests done yesterday is all negative as well. So yay. But even better news is I got a text that said, hey, you can get a vaccine now. Do you want to sign up for that? And I was like, yes. So I have my vaccine booked. So it's a good day all around. I'm very excited. I signed both Sam and I up this morning. Yeah, I'm very excited. It's one step closer to being able to see my parents at the end of the year. Fingers crossed. So yeah, if all goes right, I will have all of my shots done by the very end of August. Same with Sam. We'll both have our shots done like August 30th or something. So it's on the way, everybody. Everybody who's waiting to get it done. It'll happen for all of us. Oh, God, my freaking feet, dude. Anyways, what's up? How's life? How's shits? How's giggles? Callus Row was very fun yesterday. Yeah. I did, I think this was the longest that I did Callus Row, actually. Because most of the time, and they know this, but it's like actually just built into my character sheet that Moral is like sickly and gets tired early, which is just like the excuse for why I can't be there for the whole time most of the time. But yeah, normally if it hits like 5 at the latest, 5 a.m. at the latest, which is 1 hour before it ends, if I'm not directly involved in anything, I tap out. because Callis Row goes from 2 to 6 a.m. for me. So yesterday I got in at 2:30, I think, because something was my cameras, I needed to like redo my like room thing. So it just took me a while to get into the game, but yeah, got in at 2:30 and left at 5:30. So pretty tight. I was like, oh my gosh, I stayed for so long and so much happened. It was wonderful. Yeah, both nights. So last night and the night before, she's slept with no Bibbit and been fine. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I found it. Remember how we were all like, it's going to be a shit show if she finds the Bibbit before I do? I found it. So now I can hide it. So now we don't have to worry about the Bibbit fairy suddenly showing up with the Bibbit and us being like... It was at the end of the bed, between the bed and the wall. And I just happened to like look between the bed and the wall cuz every time I've looked it's been kind of dark in there. So it was like bright daylight in the room right just like a few minutes ago, and I looked between the bed and the wall and I was like, "Oh, it's right there. Fuck." So I waited until she had her back turned and I just slipped my hand down there and put it in my pocket. So I should actually, in case she like bursts into here, hide it somewhere. Where am I going to put it? Oh, I'll hide it where I put the other one. She'll never see it there. Yeah, for anyone that missed it, a couple of days ago we couldn't find my daughter's pacifier, and it turned into a whole, long story short, it turned into a whole thing, and she was really upset, and any like normal straightforward talking about it was not helping at all. So I said, maybe the Bibbit fairy took it, and she was like, yes, the Bibbit fairy took it. That makes more sense to my toddler brain. Maybe the Bibbit fairy, much like the tooth fairy, will leave me something in the morning. So, yeah. So we spent our study hall stream making my kid a note from the Bibbit fairy and a origami dragon. And she was really excited at first when she saw them, and then because she's got fucking Sam brain, heel turned into, why the fuck did the fairy take it without asking? That's rude. I was like, fair. That's a fair assessment. It is a very rude thing that this fairy has done. Yeah, the dragon's on her little side table. It's very cute. So, but she has not asked for it, talked about it whatsoever since then. She went to preschool yesterday, came home, we did bedtime. She didn't ask about it, didn't think about it. Well, maybe thought about it, but didn't ask about it or mention it. And today, she's doing her quiet time right now, and has not talked about it, asked about it, which is why I was like, I need to make sure that she does not find this thing, because she'll relapse really hard. Anyways. Yeah, at one point yesterday, she was like, I'm a big kid. I don't need the Bibbit anymore. And I was like, yes, let's continue down this path. Yes, good. I think she just hurt herself. 1 second. I think she just hurt herself. Okay, hi. She smashed her toe on part of the bed. So, classic kid shit. Yeah, she's okay. No. Wait, can I? Oh, I can. Look at that. Yeah, I haven't ever stubbed my toe as an adult. Surely none of you have either. Yes, the chickens are out. They're living their life. Sam made them a barrier because the chairs kept getting like blown all over the place. And so Sam took the chairs and made a wall out of the chairs that are outside. So that they're basically a chicken fence now. I was like, amazing. He was like, now, because the chairs are all interconnected, even if the wind picks up, they're not going to fly anywhere. And they also can't get near the car. I was like, nice. Very nice. I like this. I know, right? I should marry him. How do you do that with the hairband? It doesn't always work, but I've gotten better at it over time. Basically, you do 1, 2. This depends on how thick your hair is, but for me, I can do 1, 2, and then grab some of it, but not all the way. And then grab some of it, but not all the way. So now it's like that, right? So you've pinched it off here, and you've pinched it off here, and then you grab either side, and you kind of like tug at it. But again, sometimes it looks like this, and it's more like floppy and not as cute. But we just got into a little a little argument because she was like, I want to come say hi to chat. And I was like, you can if you want, but you have to put on clothes. And she was like, no. It's like, then you cannot. Then you cannot. You cannot come say hi to chat then. I had put clothes out because she's gonna go have a picnic with Nanny today, which is very cute. And I was like, I mean, Nanny's gonna be here in a little bit, and you're gonna have to put on clothes then. And she was like, well, is Nanny here now? Again, this is the critical thinking thing. Well, is Nanny here now? I was like, no. She was like, then I'm not wearing clothes. Okay. You're also not talking to chat then. Wild. It's my kid. That's my kid. I love her to death. I'm gonna swap these. That way it's literally just that. Just waiting. Just waiting with bated breath. I think she's playing with her mirror. I'm surprised with everything. Last time I saw you was years ago on YouTube. The fact that you mentioned you have a daughter now was a shocker. How time flies. It's great to see you again. Yo, thanks for swinging by. Yeah, I have a kid. Can you not just lock the door? Nope. This door does not have a lock on it. Yeah, I have a kid. I'm married. I live in England now. I have a coffee company, and I'm starting a game studio. Life's good. There's been a lot. Lots gone on. Jesse and I are starting one together, yeah. We're working on an FMV game. We've been working on it for over a year. But we decided if we're making a game, we should just make a business to create the game under. So yeah, we have a game studio now. Yeah, Carla, what's up? You still talk to Jesse? Of course. I talk to Jesse like every day. He's legitimately one of my best friends. Oh, thank you, Parkinator. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, Jesse's published so many games. He really understands that side of it, which is great. So. I know you guys can't hear her, but I can, and it's so distracting, the sort of shit that she's yelling in her room. Yeah. 60/40 is a reference to when we first started YouTube. That was our split. We got 60% of the income made off of our channel. So it's a homage, I guess, to where we started and how far we've come and everything, which is cool. Yeah, Kristen is also part of the team. Love her. This is so silly. Just being ready at any moment, like. I'm loving the scene changes. Oh. Your waiting is giving me anxiety. If she would just put on some fucking trousers. But you know what? I was also that kid that never wanted to wear clothes. So I can't even fault her for it. It's fine. It just means she cannot be on my stream. Also, very fortunately, it takes her like 6 tries to get her door open. So I can always hear it when she's like trying to open the door. So that's what I'm listening for. Kids don't understand clothes. I barely understand clothes. The fuck was that? I don't know what that was. But she's still moving around doing stuff, so. My cheekbones are ridiculous. Like, ridiculously cool. No, I found the bibbit. I found the bibbit. I showed it to chat. I've hidden it now. So we are out of the woods. The bibbit fairy will not return with the bibbit at a time when we are not prepared. Sam is so weak. Sam was like, she's really sad. Should we just go buy her another bibbit? And I was like, no. No. Why not throw it away? Because my kid is independent enough that she throws things away. I have to hide it until I can get rid of it in a way where she's not going to find it. He's so soft with her, dude. He's so soft with her. So this thing went missing, and I did like the whole note from the bibbit fairy and everything. And Sam was like, so there she is. He's like, so what's the plan? Are we getting her a new one? And I was like, fuck no, we're not. Can I help you put on trousers? Yeah. Wow, what a big kid. Absolutely.
I will be.
Yeah, I was using the water paints the other day. Here you go, 1 foot, 2 foot. Lucky. Don't touch them, you're gonna get paint on you. Here, 1 foot, 2 foot. Well, they just aren't being used currently, are they? Oh, 1 footy woody. And footy woody. There you go.
Now can I say hello to Chat?
Now you can absolutely say hello to chat.
Hi, Chat.
She brought in her trousers and everything. What a big kid. They say, hi, Clarky. Hello, Clarky. What are you doing?
I'm around here.
Oh, I see.
Hi, hi, Dad. It's big on you.
I know you spit on it. I can see that. Clarky. We don't want it to be too loud for them, right? Remember? When you talk into this, it can be really loud or it can be really gentle. And we don't want it to be too loud because it'll be kind of like when Mommy runs the vacuum and you're like, it's too loud. Huh.
Look, Watson said.
It is Watson. Hello, Watson.
Hey, Watson. It kicks both of us.
Yeah.
It kicks 2 Clarkies and 2 Mummies.
2 Clarkies and 2 Mommies.
Yeah.
Where?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, our clock is like it back.
Oh, that's the other Clarky. Who are we missing? We've got Clarky and Mommy and Watson.
And now we need Diane Sherlock.
That's true. Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Good job.
Oh.
There he is. Look. Hello, Sherlock.
Hello, Sherlock. No, Watson and Sherlock.
Yeah, they're both here. What are you doing?
think you're kicking right, yeah. Oh.
Clarky, do you know the word gremlin?
Yeah.
What does it mean? What's a gremlin? Hey, what is hey? What is
I
hey?
can't talk right now.
I can't talk right now. I'm doing hot girl shit. Oh, Clarky.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. You're not 6 feet high.
That's true. We do have those shirts, huh? And then who's that?
You.
That's me. Am I drinking a coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have glasses.
And I have glasses. Should I put on my glasses?
Here. Like, oh.
Now I look cool. Thank you. Do you want to wear them?
Yeah.
Be gentle with them, remember?
Okay.
Beautiful. They look great on you. They suit you. Did he say leave me alone? You're the one who came in here.
He gave me a yum.
Leave me alone, Mom. With my glasses and my stream.
Give me a yum. Give me a yum, Mommy.
This is my room. You can go back to your room. Would you like to?
No.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think your hair is caught in the glasses, Clarky. Do you want help? Owie, owie. There we go. Right back on. You've got good rhythm, Clarky.
Oh,
I know. You're too hyper to care right now. But you do. You have very good rhythm.
Everyone take a break. Everyone take a break.
What is happening, my kid? We don't put our fingers up other people's noses. I'm pretty sure most people would mark that as a zone they don't want you touching.
Ow! Ow! Oh my God!
Oh my goodness. Can you say goodness gracious?
Goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
Mommy, look in my mirror.
You're gonna go look in your mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. This is what a 3-year-old is like, in case anyone was curious. They're an absolute blast. Hi.
I'm great.
You're what?
I'm great.
You're great in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You look fantastic in them. Oh, okay. Can I give you the microphone?
Yeah. Daddy, it's going off for good. My parents, oh, how are you?
It won't be a stylish
My
I
legs,
can't afford a
power,
but you'll
be
be
sweet,
upon the seat
come
of a
upon,
bicycle
come
day.
away for good.
Good job.
Do you want
I do want to wear them, but I have to wipe them first because we put our fingies on them, haven't we?
fingies on them?
Yeah, when we touch them, our hands have oil on them naturally. So when we touch lenses, look, you can see through them really well.
Touch.
And then touch them. Do you see little fingerprints now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I touch it and I leave a big old fingerprint, it makes it harder to see through it, huh? So then I have to wipe the fingerprint away.
How you wipe it?
Yeah, that's what I was doing before.
I touched it.
I know you did. What time is it?
Do it again.
Do it again.
Now you can see.
There we go. Okay. Well, this wasn't how I expected.
No, this is mine.
Can I use it for a second, please?
No, I want it.
Clark, I need to use
Ah, ah, ah,
ah. Cut you off.
ah.
I
No.
am gonna need to. Unless you can let me use it for a second.
I want you. I want me off.
Okay. So I didn't expect our first hour to go this way. But she's piecing out. I have to go make sure that she has everything together for nanny picnic. So I will be right back. Okay, hi guys. Oh my gosh, right as the ads ended. Perfection. Sorry. Clark was like, I like gave her to Sam, and I was like, Clarky, I'm trying to work, so if you can just hang out with Daddy, I will let you know when you're leaving for nanny picnic. It'll be totally fine. And then I put her in our room with Sam, and the second I left, she had a breakdown because she thought that she wasn't going to nanny's anymore and that I was telling her to go sleep in our room. I was like, that's not at all what just happened. Kiddos. Hello. Oh, you're right, Sherlock. We did call for you and you did show up, so. Would you like a treaty? Would you like a treaterino? You can have one. That one is for Sherlock. This one is for Watson. Okay. Watson just flew in. Do you guys know the word treat now? Is that why? Maybe. Have I set a time for today's evening stream? Oh, I was just gonna start after she's in bed, so 8:30, 9 o'clock ish, and then stream for a while. I don't know how long. I'm in awe at the size of this lad. This boy, you're a chunkus. He's a super chunkus. I don't know what to tell you. He's on a diet. He runs up and down the stairs all day. I don't know. Like look at the difference in size. They eat the same amount of food. It's bizarre. It's all muscle. It's all muscle. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, our vets in the past have just been like, some male cats just, if they put on weight, they just do not get rid of it ever. No matter what you do, they're genetically, they just hold on to it for the rest of their lives. So, that's him. He thick. He thick and he love food. Can you lift him? Of course. I snuggie him all the time. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's Watson. Watson's the one who has eaten my snacks on podcasts and things before. Yes, Dale. Hi, what's up? He's annoyed with me. Like, one, that's all I get. Yeah, if you want to see when we got Watson, You can search for the video on YouTube. You can search Welcome Home Watson Kitty. And it'll tell you that's the exact day that we brought Watson home. Yeah, she looked so different. If you want to hear the story of Watson Kitty and how she came into our lives. Yeah. Watson was only 4 weeks old, I think, when I brought her home. Yeah, so somebody was asking before Clarky came in, but we finally did our big mushroom outing in Callis Row, and Moral was gifted with Conk and Bo, who are Sketchu and Kier's characters. They can like change shape at will, and like all of us have the ability to if we're hurt too badly, we can consolidate into like a smaller form. But Conk and Bo can like change their size at will, and canonically, like Jimmy and I did not know how to do that, and so on yesterday's episode we were like gifted with the ability to do that. So now I have to like actually come up with what tiny Moral looks like, which I'm really excited for, because I've told you guys in the past that like my dream version of Moral is walking on 2 hands and the other 2 hands are like used as hands. But like I'm also wondering, I also think it would be really cool to sort of change the focus of it to, since Moral already at some point figured out how to grow more limbs, if it turned into, oh, suddenly it's easier to grow even more limbs. Like, how weird would that be? How cool would that be? Yeah. Because in character, Moral was like, are you saying that I could be as buff as Conk? And and this like the thing that gave us this power is like this ancient mushroom dude who's like perpetually asleep, but like put us to sleep and talked to us basically. And I was like, could I be ripped like Conk is? And he was like, I mean, yeah, if you like try hard enough, maybe. but me, out of character, me was going, I could grow more arms. I could have that be the way that Moral uses that power, instead of like getting bigger or like being perfect at like getting smaller at will to like add or subtract limbs. That would be so cool. More eyeballs, more arms. Be great. Him blob. Hi, Bubby. He's doing the hi, I love you eyes at me. I love you too. Aw, sweet boy. Still flapping that tail though. Still annoyed. Like, I love you, but you just don't get me. Well, yeah, because I had said in my story weave, I was like, so the positive story weave direction in my mind for Moral is back alley medicine, right? Which is what I've been trying to do for Moral. And then I was like, but there's also like Moral was grown in a Nirvana test lab. So the reason that Moral has, this is really dark, but the reason that Moral has 4 arms is because they kept cutting off limbs to like track regrowth and stuff. And so Moral has 4 arms because their body eventually just grew more to like compensate. So yeah, so the idea of Moral being like, well, I've done this before and now I have that like magically unlocked in my brain to know how to do it better. So maybe I just grow more of them. Is Storyweave the equivalent to life goals, like a narrative endgame? So it's something that you can make for your DMs. So there are DMs for each map. It's something that you can make for your DMs to basically say, like, these are things that I would love to have happen for this character. These are the other player characters that I think would be involved with that. These are potentially the sort of characters that I would need extras to play. And this is the idea of what would happen, basically. And so you're giving the DM a heads up, like, hey, this is something that I would really love to have happen for my character, but I need help with it. So yeah. So I submitted one that was really vague, that was like, but they've now put out like an actual format for it to get all of the information they would need. And I can't think of like specific stuff that I want until season 3. So I could fill one out for season 3, but I'm not doing anything different with Moral in season 2 aside from just like messing around with plants some more, etc. What happens if your character event is completed? Do you submit a new one? Yeah, I assume. Or like, yeah, figure out like the natural progression of that, or if something gets in the way of it, which, you know, is entirely possible because there are tons of other player characters that all have their story weaves, and the likelihood that their story weaves intersect with or somehow get in the way of yours is fairly likely. So if something changes, then you can resubmit and change things and blah, blah, blah. Season 2 is not over yet, no, but it's going to be. And, you know, a few episodes here. I'm trying to show up for all of the last episodes. I have not watched New Shaman King. How many episodes are out? Oh, damn. 7 episodes. No, I haven't watched it yet. I'll have to do that. I know. I actually didn't realize that Shaman King was playing it either. That's awesome. Tweet? Yeah, I'll have to go watch that. Jinx, do you think that it's meh because it's based on an older manga? Or have they just not done a good job with it? Oh yeah, all the Bulmas, they've all tipped. They're all tipped over now. Oh, they're giving it the Brotherhood treatment and assuming you've already seen the older series, they're rushing through the early arcs and chapters. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. So the beginning might suck and then it might get like way better later. But like it's old enough. I feel like with Brotherhood, I don't know, maybe this isn't true, but I feel like with Brotherhood came at least soon enough after the original Full Metal Alchemist anime that it was easier to assume like a lot of people have probably seen this already. Shaman King is old. Not like the oldest thing in the world, but it's old enough that a lot of people, a lot of like current anime watchers, unless they're like my age, did not watch it, did not read it, like don't really know anything about it. So I'd assume the target audience would have read it though. I mean, it's a battle manga. There are lots of people in the younger anime watching generations that still like battle shit, or they wouldn't be making stuff like Black Clover and stuff. Well, I'll try it. I'll try it out. We'll see. Who even streams the new Shaman King? It's probably different depending on where you live. I don't know. I don't see it on anything. Do you still read physical books and manga? If I really like a manga, I read a lot of manga on like if it's on the Viz app, I'll read it there. If I can get it in like digital form on like Crunchyroll manga or Kindle, then I'll do it that way. I always try to pay for it if I can. If I'm able to find it that way, then I'll read it that way. Um, but if I really love it, I'll typically buy the physical version. Although I got rid of most of my stuff when we moved, so this is all I have left now. This is it. Wasn't it all in the car? No, not all of it. A lot of it I gave to a library and give to friends and stuff. Yeah, it was actually really nice as a pack rat. Um, from like a family with hoarding tendencies, a grandfather that was an actual full blown hoarder. Um, it was so thrilling to just get rid of a ton of shit before I moved. Um, I'm still having trouble creating systems in the house to keep things where they're supposed to be which just means that I need to play around and try different systems for that. Obviously, whatever I've been doing up to now just doesn't work, and it's fine to just keep trying to figure something else out. But yeah. I love getting rid of stuff. It's just that there are spots there are like dead zones in my home. Always. There are dead zones in my home where I look there and I'm just like, that's a lot to deal with. And anytime I see it, I get like this like brief spike of anxiety. Like, fuck, I really need to deal with that. But I just don't, because I don't know what to do with it, Just in case. I think Sam's there.
You wearing those clothes or do you want to change?
I put a bunch of clothes in her backpack for her.
I think she's going straight there though. Mommy's watching. Come here, baby.
Mommy, here's one that you forgot.
Oh, if you want to put it on, you can ask Daddy to help you, honey. She's a little terror. She's the light of my life. She's just endlessly sweet and excited for life, and it's just wonderful. I was like, God, I hope that she didn't just bang her head again. So yesterday we were taking a bath and she stood up and I said, honey, you can probably see where this is going. She stood up and I said, honey, remember we don't stand up in the bath because you could slip. And as I was saying that, she slipped and smashed her head right here up against the side of the tub, sobbing. So Sam had to like cuddle her for like 15 minutes. And then we were like, maybe let's cuddle in Mommy and Daddy's bed and read our books in Mommy and Daddy's bed because she always loves, because our bed's so big, So we're like, maybe we'll go cuddle in Mommy and Daddy's bed and we'll just read a bunch of books and just like chill there. So we go into our room. She jumps onto the bed and immediately like rolls off by accident and hurts herself. And then she went to find her toy car and dropped it next to the bed and went to grab it. And when she like threw her head back up and smacked it up against the side of the end table. And I was like, Clark, what is happening to you?
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
So, yeah. Is the end table okay? Yeah. She's fine. The end table's fine. I kept her awake long enough to make sure that she was okay and like hadn't concussed herself or anything like that. But it's like this is a bad night for us. Nothing's really going well today. No, this was last night. Been a while since I came here. Last time you had just gotten chickens. The chickens are doing great. We get like 2 eggs a day. It's a delight. I love them. They love me. They let me pet them. Wonderful. Yeah. Smurfixed. Welcome to the cat gang. Thank you very much. They sound happy. They were screaming at me yesterday because the wind was so bad that I wouldn't let them out of the chicken run. And anytime they saw me in the window, I just heard. They were literally just like yelling at me every time they saw me. I was like, what the fuck? So I let them out for like an hour or two before it got dark. Our toddler just started nursery this week. I could cry. Oh my gosh. It's so strange sending your kid to nursery for the first time. But I'm really glad that we did it for Clarky, and I hope that it's a good experience for you. Why do the chickens lay eggs if there's no rooster? Do you want me to answer this? Because chat's always really excited when I answer this. In the same way that humans have periods regardless, chickens also have periods regardless of anything else going on. And eggs are chicken periods. So you're welcome. You don't need a rooster. They aren't fertilized. They're just chicken periods. That's all they are. I can't unhear that. People keep asking it, so I got to keep answering it. But, you know, they have them like every day. But they also have a whole season when they don't really lay any eggs. Thank you, I think. You're so welcome. Yeah. I love my chickens. I love them so much. I love just going outside and sitting with them because they immediately run over and are like, what are you doing? They're so curious. Chickens are like really curious about everything. Yeah, well, I mean, if so, places that breed chickens or that have like egg farms will do a variety of things to basically like convince the chicken's body that it's a season that it isn't, so that they continually produce eggs, but that's not naturally what their body wants to do. I would have no interest in that. I would rather just you know, I would rather just let them have the time when they naturally want to lay eggs and the time when they don't. There are like kind of old world ways to keep eggs, like to long storage eggs. I've watched a bunch of videos about that sort of stuff, so that if you are producing more eggs than you can eat, you can store them so that once you're in the seasons when chickens aren't producing eggs anymore, you can just pull from your storage. But yeah, that's the reason that we're able to eat eggs all year long, is because there are a variety of ways that they convince chickens that it's still time to be laying eggs. But I can't remember exactly what the solution is, but you make a solution and you can put it in a bucket, and then you just submerge the eggs in it, and it stores them. It's crazy that there's an egg season. Yeah. Anyways, chickens. No, not pickled, but pickled eggs are also great. Seasons of love. I had an idea. I wonder if Jesse saw it. No, he wouldn't have yet. I had an idea that I ran by Jesse that I think would be really interesting. I was also talking to Nick Derhorst about it. I was thinking about how, like, I have people that I've played D&D with so many times that I notice the through line in all of their characters. Like, I notice, even if the character overall is very different, I notice the consistent safe choice that's being made all the time. And I was like, I know that I do that. I know what mine is. I was like, wouldn't it be so cool to play a game with a bunch of people that you've played games with a million times, like a TTRPG that you've played with like all of the people involved are people you've played with over and over and over again, and then you draw lots, and whoever you draw, you create their character. I think that would be so fun. Because then you could if you wanted to, you could actively go against what their normal choices are in characters. I pitched that to Jesse. I was like, we just need to find a DM, but it would be easy for us to put together a group of people where we've all played games together a million times. Everyone makes their own character and then you draw lots for them. Oh, that's also interesting. You make a character that is like quintessentially your character, and then you draw lots to see whose character sheet you take. That's cool. No, the hope is that you don't somehow turn that character into the same character you always play. The hope is that it helps you get outside of your acting box, your RP box, so to speak. Seasons of love. Come on. Thank you. Seasons of love. I think that's a fun idea. It's very bright in here now, but it was starting to get dark, so I would choose this over darkness. Over darkness. I was really cold this morning, so I'm wearing 2 pairs of trousers on over each other. I also cut off the bottoms of these sweatpants finally, and it was really sad. It's like I can't keep pretending that these trousers aren't an absolute train wreck. Yep, you can suggest games with channel points. Speaking of which, seasons of love. Seasons of love. We're going to do an ad break here in a sec. More Disco Elysium today. We're going to play some Disco Elysium tonight. Saturday mornings, we do not do anything but chat. So, yeah. But I am going to do an extra stream tonight because it's taking me forever to get through Disco Elysium. And I can tell that, like, the people that were showing up just to, like, see what it was like are not showing up anymore. And it's taking me forever to get through it. So, yeah, so I'm doing an extra stream to see if I can, like, make some headway on it. It's a great game. It has full voice acting now, which is the only reason why I agreed to play it, and it's great. Yeah, full voice acting. Full voice acting. Like, all the parts of your brain, all of it. It's wacky. So far, I have played 18 hours of the game, and I'm on day 3. Okay, let's do a little ad break here. my blob. For those of you who are like, what is going on? This is BSL practice. Hi, Kelly. How are you? I just noticed your shirt. Yeah. When he first put these out, I got one, and it is taking a beating in the wash, dude. But I kind of love that. It looks older now. Yeah. So we were doing. How can I help you? Can you help me? And, apology and excuse me, but also thank you and please. Bless you. It's very intense. Bless you. And the one I just did is stay safe. Stay safe. Hi, Siren. Oh my gosh, so many sweetie pies in my chat. Yeah, we just chillin'. I got bless you, but not much else. What else did I do? Bless you. Stay safe. Thank you. Oh, sorry. What I was saying was there's sorry, but there's also sorry. And I think this is kind of like a I don't know how to describe the difference, but I feel like I understand the difference between when to use. Like this is like I've done something wrong, like an apology. But this I think is like less serious. Like in my earlier lessons, this was used for like, sorry, I missed that. Can you sign that again? Right? Like, oh, sorry, I didn't see that, or not like I've wronged you, but I don't know. That's correct. Fuck yes. Thank you, Telly. Ah, shit. Yeah, maybe like pardon me. Like wait, sorry. Time to head out for my second COVID shot. Nice. I'm so relieved now that I'm booked in, even though it's going to take a while. Yeah. I don't know what kind of vaccine we're getting, but we got a text. Well, I got a text this morning. Sam was asleep, but I got a text this morning that was like, "It's your time, baby. Go to this link, sign up." So yeah, on the NHS website. And signed up to get our vaccines, so I'm very excited. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think I know anybody who's had like a really bad reaction to the vaccine, so that's good. It never occurred to me that you may need signs to say the same thing with different tones, but it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they don't want it to take too long, right? The hope is that they get through as many people as possible, so. Yeah, I was also surprised. They were just like, put in your number. Great, we found you. Um, what, give us a zip code to try and find a place for you. Cool. These are getting booked like wildfire right now. So the closest place is about 30 to 40 miles from you. Is that cool? All right, tight. Oh, well, that thing you just clicked, it's already booked because 1,000 people are booking at the same time as you. So I guess we're going to go for the one that's 40 miles away. All right, good, cool. You're booked in. That was it. That was basically the whole process. I did it on my phone in like 5 minutes. So I was like, I don't give a shit how far away it is. Yeah. When I went onto the website, it was like, hold on, there are 1,200 people using the website at the moment. And I was like, I'm not surprised. That sounds right. Yeah. He's cute. He's big, but he's cute. It shouldn't be a but he's cute. He's big and he's cute. I just worry that people show up and are like concerned about his health. I promise. I've been told by multiple doctors that he's totally fine. He's just big. Yeah, well, like the place that we got our tests yesterday was completely empty except for us. Also, they have you do the test on yourself, right? And Sam did it so easily, and Sam was like, it's probably because like we've both been sick for a while and maybe your tonsils and things are more sensitive than usual, but I literally like couldn't. It was so hard to swab my tonsils and it was so hard to swab my nose. Both I had like immediately like ugh, sort of reactions to like no. Sam was totally fine. He was just plop, and I was going like I hate this. I was like, I don't understand why that was so much easier for you. It was like I don't know what to tell you. It is a cat. This is Sherlock. I'm ascending. I'm an angel now. Sam's just used to pain. That's sad, but probably kind of true. Hold on, I'm just thinking of this. So, yeah. If I sit at the microphone, how did that the There's an emote in our Discord that's basically that. That's like me, like. Goodness, it's back and forth, back and forth. Oh, this is a good angle. Welcome to DOOGER time. It's a Dutch angle just for you. Right, Dolly? Dolly's my friend now. Clark gave her to me to take onto my stream. Very sweet. That's what it's called. It's called a Dutch angle. Plus we got a nice close up of the cat hair on the shirt. There actually isn't that much. Hi, Pooper. He says. Do you want to come sit? Do you want to come sit? Oh. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. You okay? Are you alright? Let me see your tail. Yeah, you're okay. Sorry, buddy. This is Sherlock. He's the size of my torso. And he purr. How's your tail? It's fine. He's like 12-ish. I think 12 or 13. What? What? I just came to say what up. Yeah, it's when I pick him up that people are like, what the fuck? Why is that cat so large? Yeah, he was already a long cat with long limbs. So now he's a long cat with long limbs that put on a bunch of weight. So he's just huge. I know. I was thinking that too. Really? He large and in charge. Yarp. I have to go to the grocery store today, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's so funny, depending on the week. It's so funny, and I'm sure you'll all agree. This is like such a funny story. depending on the week, either I'm full on like, yeah, let's go to the grocery store, let's cook every night, I love it. Or it's, I don't want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to meal. I don't want to like decide on my meals. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything. And I don't know why I can't just consistently be like a little column A, a little column B, you know? But first thing I gotta do is soak my feeties. I'm supposed to soak them every day. I haven't done it the last 2 days, and I can definitely tell the difference. Oh my gosh. My TikTok, I think it's because I wind up looking at lots of like ADD stuff, because there's lots of ADD TikToks that are focused on like, hey, if you have trouble doing things the normal way, maybe try doing them this way and see if that helps. And I always find that kind of stuff interesting because, again, I like to switch up the way that the house is run fairly consistently to see what works better for Sam and for me, and etc. So lately I've had 3 different TikToks show up that have been like, have you heard of super cubes? And they're literally just silicone cups to put soup in and then freeze soup in single serving portions and then keep them in the freezer. And part of my brain is like, you don't need that. And then there's another part of my brain that's like, but I do. But what if I do though? because I was like, well, here's the thing. It doesn't have to be soup. It could be like single serve casseroles. It could be single serve like cottage pies. It could be anything like that you just want in a shape like this, really. Yeah, stock. Absolutely. I finally, like, my brain leveled up a little bit, and I finally started keeping everything that I store to make vegetable stock in the freezer. For a long time I would put it in the fridge, and then I would panic at a certain point and be like, everything's going to go bad. I got to make stock now. And it was never enough stuff to make the stock with. And then I was like, why don't I freeze it? It was such a bizarre moment for me. Ugh. Yeah. If I don't have at least 1 liter of stock in my freezer, I feel uneasy. When we first moved here, I got a thing like this big of vegetable bouillon stock, like powder. And I have yet to even use half of that. So between using that and making my own stock when I can, I haven't really had to think about it at all. My parents, when well, my parents are what's the word for it? what's the word for it? They're preppers. There we go. My parents are preppers. So the farm is like ready to go regardless of what happens in the outside world, including like food storage. And I remember occasionally we would always not. I can't say occasionally and then always. That's misleading, Brooke. So we would have all of these meals in the back that were basically like freeze-dried meals and things like that, right? Stuff that was not going to go bad forever. And we would occasionally try them to see what they were like. So we would just be eating normally, and then eventually we would try one of the freeze-dried meals in the back. And yeah, some of them were actually great, and some of them it was like, I would not eat this unless there were no other options. I think a certain amount of prepping is really smart. I think having like a bug out bag and stuff like that, smart. There's a certain amount of it that I think for me as a person that I've acknowledged now struggles with paranoia in specific scenarios. Like thinking about that too much feeds paranoia for me, so I avoid it. But stuff like having a bug out bag and things like that, I think are smart for sure. Like in this whole scenario this last year, I was very happy to know that my parents had somewhere to go that was completely self-reliant. That was great. You know. Unfortunately, when everything hit, they were not there and they were trapped in California for months. But once they got there, it was like, okay, well, they don't have to leave. Really ever. Unless they need to, you know. Unless they want to, I should say. So. That sort of stuff always came in handy, like, because we live on a hill and it would flood, and it never flooded our house, but it flooded like just below our house. And, you know, sometimes it would be a day and sometimes it would be longer than a day. So stuff like that, it was nice to know that we weren't reliant food wise or otherwise on anything really. Do they live in a prepper community? No. They live in the middle of the woods, my parents. I grew up in the middle of the woods. I was a very lonely child. Yeah, I was explaining to Sam like that a lot of people will have like hidden bunkers in places. So they'll have a bug out bag, and in the bag will be, you know, like a key or something that goes to a hidden bunker somewhere that is close enough to their house that they can get to it by foot if they need to, but not so close that a person could easily find it if they were looking for them. Like they're like high specifics about a lot of this stuff with like really hardcore preppers that are really interesting. But yeah, I always find that stuff interesting, but if I try to apply it to myself, I realize that there's a level of it that would be unhealthy for me mentally. So So yeah, I don't apply it to myself. I try to think about it like in an outside way, you know? Ah, okay. I think we'll wrap up because we are going to stream again tonight. I'm excited. So, extra Disco Elysium stream tonight. If you've been watching it and you want to tune into that, amazing. I know that it is like the complete opposite time slot than we've normally been playing Disco Elysium in. So that means a bunch of people are gonna miss it and have to catch up. I'm sorry about that, but I really need to like figure out a way to supplement time in this game because it's just taking me a really long time to play it. So yeah, Disco Dum Dum tonight in like 6 hours because it's 3:00 now, and I'll be playing it around 9. So yeah, like 6 hours from now. No, I'm not watching Eurovision. I don't even know how to watch Eurovision or what time Eurovision is. I've never watched it. Anywho, thank you all very much for watching. Let's see. Clay Dragon, thank you for the 11. Caustic Bandage for the 9. Happy Twitch, baby. Guichardini, thank you for the 4. Dilettante for the 4 as well. Jahome for the 6. King Koopa for the 42. Actual LD50 for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Norderneer for the 56. SSJ2 Rich for the 64. GG level 1 for the 6 months. Stefamps for the 81. Crimson Jockey for the 11. Nachos for the 49. Katie the Cat for the 9 as well. Happy Twitch, baby. I'm Spellbound for the 6. Natty Dread for the 6. Omnimon for the 68. Smurf XD, again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. Zanri for the 31. Grimsteel Reaper for the 51. Crickbell for the 21. Pete Repeaty for the 2. Paleor for the 45. Rough Sketch for the 9. Jodlern for the 77. Golden Mooster for the 30. Empty Noise for the 45. Swarm of Ferrets for the 29. And Homicidal Luggage for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. We had a couple Valentines. King's Warrior said sending love and encouragement to whoever needs some today. Thank you for existing. You're incredible, and I'm so happy you're here. And Sidley said a Valentine to my mom who's been a trooper after she broke her left foot and her right leg yesterday. Oh my God, your poor mom. I hope she heals up fine. Mr. Going live by 30 minutes yesterday. Today is her first 12-hour stream, and she's already live. Wonderful. Yes, let's try this again, PG Wipeout. Okay. Wonderful. We are going to go say hi to Natalie's Winter, suggested by PG Wipeout. Thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you tonight if you're looking for something to watch. And otherwise, tomorrow we've got Manga Pod reading the end of Attack on Titan. Wacky. As well as God Forged tomorrow night if you're looking for some D&D to watch. But thanks so much, everybody. Take care. I'll see you in a bit. And bye-bye.